There are two kinds of insiders when it comes to cheating Vegas. Those who are cheaters and those who are watching cheaters.
A cheat when he comes into a casino is very different than a tourist. He's looking for something. He's observing the dealers. He's watching what's happening. He doesn't see the lights. He doesn't see the flashing signs. He sees what we're doing and the money he's going to take from us.
And here are 7 of the most common cheats demonstrated in detail by our own insiders. These scams are what the surveillance professionals are looking for every day.
Of all the ways there are to mark playing cards in play, the simplest thing is to bend the playing cards. I'm going to show you an example of how the bad guys bend cards in play in a casino. You notice a high card and a low card, and simply in the action of either hitting or asking for a card or tucking the cards under the money, I just bent the playing cards. You'll notice that one corner does not touch the surface of the table. That identifies it to the cheater as a high card. You notice that this corner does touch the table. That means it's a low card. Now I can tell high cards from low cards in future rounds of play.
Then there's the trick insiders call banging the paints.
They call face cards paints because there's more ink on the card. It looks as though I'm just placing a bet, when in fact, I'm marking that little card with my knuckle. And in the simple act of giving this chip to the dealer as a tip, I mark the playing card. Notice as I touch that card and say, "Here, dealer, this is for you," I tap the face of the face card with the chip, and I put a mark on the back of the playing card that can be seen and identified in future rounds of play. If I see a bump on the back of a card, I know it's a high card. I would therefore know that anything without a bump is a low card. It helps me win by knowing whether I should hit if it's a small card or stand if it's a big card.
But card games aren't the only ones surveillance officers have to scrutinize. Cheats can also tamper with dice games, like craps.
This is an old school scam that was used in cheating at craps called dice switching. In this example, I brought my own dice from home. This is going to be signified by the red color dice, and the house dice will be the green color. These dice do not have any 1, 2, 3s on them. They only have 4, 5s, and 6s. The eye can't tell because when you put a die on the table, everybody can only see 3 different sides at one time. I'm looking at a 4, 5, 6. You're looking at a 4, 5, 6. The dealer is looking at a 4, 5, 6. The switch takes place when the casino dice is passed to the cheater. He would pick up the dice like this, and then the crooked dice are dropped to the table at the exact same time the casino dice are picked up into the hand, and then the crooked dice are thrown down the layout. So these dice can only roll the numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and cannot lose. Watch. 10, 12. That was a great one. I would have won a lot of money on that roll. 11. That was a good one. So you can see these dice are very dangerous.
But not all dice cheats rely on bogus dice. Some rely on good old-fashioned sleight of hand.
One of the most common methods of cheating at craps is known as a slide shot. This is where the cheater doesn't throw the die, it's being slid. In this case, I just want to slide a 6. And then my partner or myself, we bet big on the field. The field means if a 9, 10, 11, or 12 roll, I win. Well, would guarantee me a 6 on one die. The only numbers that could hurt me here are the 1 and the 2. Any other number I win. And if a 6 rolls, I win triple. So when I pick up these dice, my thumb flips over the die and I get them in this position. When the dice are thrown, the back die is thrown legitimately, but that 6 isn't being thrown, it's being whipped out of the hand. This whipping action gives the illusion that the dice is being thrown, when in reality it's being spun. So if I take that 6, when I throw it, that 6 isn't being thrown, it's being slid along the layout. This is definitely one of the better ways to take off a crap game, for the simple reason is you're using the casino's own equipment against itself. You're not bringing in anything from the outside.
Hand mucking is the art of switching cards in play. I'm going to show you how that switch might happen in the game of blackjack. In order to switch cards, you have to have one of the casino's cards, so you steal the card in advance or corrupt someone to get you one of the cards. And in this case, I have one of the casino's aces. I add the ace to the game, steal the 6 away, and now, voila, I have the blackjack. And if I want to clean up, then I go to the sleeve.
This next scam is going to require a little teamwork. What just happened right now is me and Jason both have bets down on the pass line. As soon as I know that bet is going to win, Jason's going to take over.
And I'm going to distract the dealer by asking a simple question at the right moment. Dealer, can I get change for 200, please? Thank you.
At the exact same time when the dealer was distracted, I reached down and added money to my bet. And instead of winning 200, now I win 700. What you're gonna see right now is a different form of pass posting. What you've seen before was me pressing my bet. I had a bet and I added more called pressing. Pass posting means I'm actually gonna make a bet after the dice have been rolled. I have one chip palmed in my hand. That's the chip I'm gonna pass post, and that's the chip that's invisible to the dealer. So the moment I see a field 1, the chip that I hold in my hand is the one I'm gonna ask for change. So as this chip comes down, at the exact same time that's getting slapped, that's getting dropped, guaranteeing myself a sure winner.
But having an inside edge is not always enough in Vegas. Because here, casinos know their enemies and will stop at nothing to shut them down.